In yesterday's episode, I teased the fact that we might be coming back for Schalke on away day to the Veltins Arena. Well, we're not doing that because I already went here. Dortmund, episode 10, FM24. Yeah, I went and checked the spreadsheet. Already done this away day. And so it's with that said, I'm sorry to away day lovers because there's no away day today. But there is a triple header. Now, the first of those games is against Fiorentina. They are currently 6th in the Italian Serie A. Very, very good team. Jose is their key player. He is not too shabby. He's also on £190,000 a week. If you're super observant as well, you might have noticed here, we actually play at the Coventry Building Society Arena. It's the old Rico Arena that Coventry City play at. Yeah, our European games are going to be away days technically, but given the fact we're going to play here all year and the 2 league games following this Fiorentina match, we're not going to go to this stadium today. I will do it later on in the year. And that's because our next 2 league games are against Chelsea and Liverpool. Yeah, I'll be honest with you right now, not really looking forward to either of these. Liverpool, just as a reminder, have Estrada. Yeah, this guy is terrifying. Things have been going really, really well since you were last here, but the games today could define our season. We are going to play a rotated 11 against Fiorentina, have the full strength team for the 2 games that follow. We are currently in the Champions League spot. Will we be here come the end of the episode? Let's find out together, shall we? Yes, hello you lovely lot, welcome back to Park to Prem. Today is episode number 83 and we have 3 games coming your way today. Before all of that though, little catch up on what's happened since last episode where we scored 10 goals. We look really good. Having not scored many goals, we reverted back to our old system. I've not changed back to the 4-2-3-1. We are now fully committed to the 4-2-2-2, which for the most part has led to some really good results, such as this one against Apoel. This is 5-2. I realised when you look at the scoreline, you go, that was convincing. No, it wasn't. It was 2-2 until the 87th minute. We then went on to score 2 goals in added time to make it 5-2. A good win. Not as comfortable as I'd like. And in fact, in this run of games that we have played, the only game we didn't win was against Nottingham Forest. This is the kind of game I really would expect us to win. Anthony Elanga, by the way, he's still just playing for Nottingham Forest. Fair play, 31 years old. He doesn't look very good. He still managed to score against me. And as observant viewers may have noticed in this game, Rojas missed a penalty in the 57th minute to make it 2-1. In the end, a Gonzalo Rodriguez goal got us a share of the spoils. Another set-piece goal. We love set-pieces here at Rugby Town. Now, bizarrely, after that Nottingham Forest game, 3 weeks without a game. Yeah, I really got to stew over that 1-1 result, and we came back to take on Leeds United, and we managed to beat Leeds United. Another game where you look at the scoreline and go, that was comfortable, but it really, really wasn't. It was a 74th minute and then 84th minute goal for us that ensured the win. Sam Fay with a hat-trick and a 10.0 rating. Yeah, the guy having an exceptional season, it has to be said to start things. 5 goals in 6 games. Playing as a centre attacking mid. I was going to show you him here on the lineup. I realise I've already rotated the team for the game against Fiorentina. This is spoilers for what you're going to see in a moment. Anyway, speaking of that rotated team that I just alluded to that we are going to play in the next Europa League game, I did actually proceed with a similarly rotated team for this game against Schalke. It was the game I said I might come back for. In the end, it was a bit of a formality. 3-0 win. NDIA, man of the match. Yes, back from injury, back in the first team. I have been really making the most of the entire squad, so good to see him back on the team sheet and playing well. And we did follow up that 3-0 win with another clean sheet against West Ham United. Really, really good result there. 3-1 against Derby followed. A game that we should be winning. Areco with 2 goals was nice. Most recently, 4-2 win against Manchester United. I and I ahed about coming back for either this one, Liverpool or Chelsea. But in the end, I decided we played United last year quite a lot. And actually, Chelsea and Liverpool are higher than them in the league table. So the reigning champions of the Premier League, struggling. They struggled in this game here. We won 4-2. This was another game, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. It was 2-2, then we scored a few. Although, to be fair, what also helped was the fact they had 2 sendings off in this game. Yeah, Manchester United lost their head. To be fair, when you look at the stats, we did dominate the game. Would have been a bit unjust if we'd drawn 2-2. So with all those results there, we have now climbed up to 4th place in the league. We had such an awful start to the year. It's really good to see us continue the momentum that we built up last episode into our games played in kind of the last month or so. Although when you look at this run of games that we have had, with the exception of the Manchester United games that we really should be winning, I feel like this run of games here now is going to be a bit more of a test. Fiorentina, Chelsea, Liverpool. Yeah, let's get into game 1. Over in the Europa League, we are 3 for 3 in terms of games played and games won. We are, in fact, the only team, alongside Celta Vigo, with 9 points from 3 games. So we are in a really good spot today. Obviously, the opposition are going to be a bit tricky. Fiorentina, currently in 8th. In spite of that, though, our rotated team that have been playing European football has been doing very, very well. And when you look at this lineup here, it does have a bit of a makeshift look about it. But when you actually look at the number of appearances made by a lot of these players, plenty of them have featured very regularly so far this year. You know, in Goma, he's become a Europa League specialist for us. I say that. He's got a 6.6 rating in 1 game. Not the best example, I will admit. A better example is Oreco. 1 assist, 2 goals in 3 appearances in this competition, 7.23 rating. He's been playing really, really well as a striker. Of course, when we signed him, he was coming in to be the backup left attacking mid, with me thinking we were going to be playing with wide midfielders. Given how the season started, he's become a striker. I mean, I say he's become a striker. He was already quite a good striker. He's becoming an even better striker for us. Along the back line, you may have noticed as well, Kenji just sneaks into the team. I've become fond of Kenji. So even with this rotated 11, I'm playing him at left back and then NDIA at centre back alongside Phillips. Of course, Ashley Phillips we really did sign just to be a depth option. I've played him in 4 Premier League games this year. 6.65 rating isn't exactly amazing for him. He played much better in the 1 Europa League games he's played. So, yeah, he's going to come into the team here. Mosquera at right back. I feel like the rest of the team kind of picks itself. Interested to see how Sinkule gets on. Of course, he was really good for us with that hat-trick in an FA Cup semi-final last year. Had an injury to start the year. Slowly but surely coming back to fitness. Scored on his European debut in our last Europa League game. Wouldn't mind seeing more of that in this one. It does feel weird to be in a stadium that's not our own, and I do also realise that given how last year's away day went when we had an away day at this ground, it's quite poetic that we're back. We're at the Ricoh Arena, or at least it was formerly called the Ricoh Arena. It's Coventry's ground. We actually were doing the away day at Coventry last year when I was Guernsey manager. And then my internet cut out and the away day got a kind of cut short. So it's a bit of redemption, really. It's a poetic kind of bookending that we're back here in this save game where we'll actually get to do the away day properly. What's less than ideal about this whole lovely story I'm telling is it's 1-0 Fiorentina, and it's a very, very good goal by Polina. From range, bottom corner. Yeah, lovely story I'm telling, we're a goal down. I really should get my head in the game. Fiorentina failing to get the ball out from the throw-in. It falls the way of Kurland. His shot is parried away. Mosquera keeps the play alive, perhaps. João Victor back wide to Mosquera. Can the South American get it into the box? The answer is a resounding no, and now I'm fearing the Fiorentina counter-attack. They're bringing the ball forward. Mosquera puts in a vital foot. This stadium, I believe, holds 32,000 fans. We are not selling it out, which is a bit of a shame, but maybe that is a good sign for the fact that we will actually be able to sell out our new stadium we're in the process of building. I believe we did break the record attendance with our first home game of this competition. I think it was around 17,000. Wouldn't surprise me if we break it again at some point as Sinkule breaks the offside trap and finishes that sensationally. I'm doing too much storytelling today. I need to focus on what's happening in the game. This pass here by Ngoma, sensational. Splits the defence. Sinkule bringing it through, putting it in, and does it not warm your heart to see Murphy Ngoma, signed in the National North, now assisting in the Europa League? I've got tears in my eyes. 1-1, coming up to half an hour played. Sebastian Kurland over the corner. Can he curl it towards the back post land? Nod it down, and oh my word, the poetic story goes further. Ngoma, goal and an assist. That was really nice. I'm not sure if NDIA headed this down really intelligently or if it was actually just the defender blocking it. Either way, it fell to Ngoma, and yeah, he did scuff it a little bit, but the shot's in the back of the net, and it's 2-1. I'll tell you what, European games so far this year, lots of goals in them. There could be more going on here. Gomez with the ball now, lays it back to NDIA, could switch the play, could just go inside short. We have so many players through the middle, we've penetrated our way through, and Oreco with his 8th goal of the season. I think he might be our top goal scorer in all competitions. Of course, we've abandoned the system with wide attacking midfielders to persist with our kind of stacking of the midfield in the centre, and we overwhelm and outnumber Fiorentina there, find a way through, and the finish is another really good one. Okay, well, it's another minute later. Are we about to have 3 goals in the space of 5 minutes here? We are rampant at the moment. Gomez with the ball. Options left, options right. Sinkule wide to Mosquera. Players queuing up in the middle. Sinkule, I thought was going to win us a penalty there. It's half cleared away. João Victor, though, keeps it alive. Gives it to Iwanemi, the left back. He can score. We've seen him do it. And I really thought he was going to do it again for us there. Has still got the corner, though. Areko on his left foot. This man has 18 crossing. Can he put in a good ball? No. No, he can't. Half-time here in this game. 3-1 up. Still looking really, really good. Gonna tell the players we're happy and get into this second half. Can we continue to step things up? That is what I'm wondering. I kind of see this sea of green ratings, and I just feel like we've got more goals in us going forward. Kurland back to Phillips. He's going to lay it wide to Mosquera, the right back to Gomez. Kurland. It feels nice to see a lot of the unsung heroes, players you don't get to see so much, linking up. Areko scored there. He's 10 yards offside. I'm not even going to bother watching the replay. You could see it. I could see it. Well, you can't accuse this game of being a boring one if you're a neutral watching this game. Fiorentina on the attack once more. Whip back post, headed just wide. Okay, I was about to make some changes in this second half, then a highlight began. Just as I thought, you know what, things are calming down a little. No, scratch that. I'm not going to make the changes now, because if Fiorentina get 1 goal back, maybe I then do change the game plan slightly. As things stand, though, we're in a good position defensively, I feel like, to deal with this, and Iwanemi is going to win it. And, well, for a moment I was thinking, is the counter-attack going to be launched? The answer is a resounding no, but we do still have possession. Fiorentina doesn't feel like valuing it a great deal. We are being gifted the ball often, and now it's a case of, can we make something happen with it? Lovely build-up play, and Goma, oh, I thought he was going to score another. He's been denied by the post. Okay, Kurland has picked up a knock, so I'm going to take him off and bring in Pietro. Elsewhere in this game, I want to make changes, but I don't really want to make changes for the sake of it. Ashley Phillips hasn't had a good game today. Twos is complaining about a lack of football, so we'll just bring him on here. I mean, I'm looking across the rest of the sub options. I don't really want to bring any of them on. I guess we could bring in Bilardo. But yeah, I don't want to bring any of these players on because I want them as fresh as can be for the Premier League games that we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks. We have got a little bit of a gap until our next European midweek game. Chelsea is on a Monday, so there's plenty of recovery time, really, but can you ever have too much recovery time? I just feel like it's not worth risking any of our big players given how this game's gone so far. Of course, if they cut the deficit to 1, maybe I change my mind. The header there, fortunately, has gone over. That said, Fiorentina trying to get the ball forward again immediately. We have won it back, and then we've gifted it straight back to them. Bilardo in at defensive mid, by the way. Pietro on the pitch as well. Sinkule and Goma. He has absolutely run the show today. He lays it wide to Mosquera, the right back, cutting inside, going on his lonesome. First goal of the season for him. 4-1. Gonna say it now. Game over. Well, I think it's safe to say at 4-1, it is just game, set and match. But you know what? More goals, never a bad thing. And Goma, he's already scored from outside the box from one corner. On this occasion, they deal with it at least to begin with. Although João Victor wouldn't bet against him pulling some strings from deep. Twos, complaining about a lack of first-team football, now playing centre-back. He's wandering wide. He doesn't understand his assignment, but well, he has stretched the team, and we move the ball from one side to the other, and Kenji's in on the action again. This man loves the Europa League. 5-1 up in this game. Both fullbacks have scored. There is 3 minutes of added time at the end of things here. I mean, this game is won, and we've done it in the best possible manner. Not had to bring on any of the first-team players, been able to give them a proper rest, and the kids and the reserves that we've kind of relied on here have really showed up in a particularly good way. I mean, they have just scored there to ruin it slightly, but 5-2, I'm not going to complain. 5-3 and I might complain slightly. Fiorentina have the corner, there's 20 seconds left. I mean, they're not going to score another 2, so I guess it's fine, but Kofi shoots. They scored. The flag's raised. It's going to be offside, I think. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's completely inconsequential, but it's a bit annoying to concede a few, even if this one will be chalked off. Is it going to be 5-3? Is it going to be 5-2? The answer is the latter. Full-time whistle goes here, though. What a performance, and man of the match, Murphy and Goma. This man really is the kind of incarnation, isn't he, of Park to Prem. From the National League North to the Premier League, and yeah, he's played crap in the Premier League this year, but he's turned up against Fiorentina, and that's what you want to see. Annoyingly for us, Celta Vigo did also win. Porto and Feyenoord are breathing down our necks, but at the halfway point in this group stage, we do have a nice little cushion inside the top 8. Of course, just getting in the top 8 is the name of the game. Don't think you get anything for finishing top. It just means that if we finish in this green zone, we skip a knockout round. Little bit of a shame that Curlin's picked up a kind of short-term injury, but 2 weeks, we can deal with that. Compared to some of the injuries I've had this year, that is far from disastrous. And Goma, by the way, hat-trick of assists, a goal. Can't really do much more than that. Now, we do have this Chelsea game in 4 days' time. If I just go to our preset best 11, you can see here the best 11 slot in condition is great. I'm feeling good. Let's get to that next game. You know how I started today's episode saying we're doing a triple header, Liverpool at the end. I didn't do the Manchester United game because I thought these other games would be bigger. Well, I'm an idiot. Well, no, I'm not an idiot. It's not my fault that the game is silly. Look at this. 10 players on international duty for the Liverpool game. I can postpone the game if I want. Postpone the game. We shall. I mean, I assume Liverpool would have chosen to also postpone that game. Yeah, it has now been rearranged, our game against Liverpool. It's not going to be until the 4th of January. I don't know what game we're doing after this Chelsea game now. The answer to that question is Malmo in the Europa League, if I want to do that game. I think I did the Malmo away day last year in Park to Prem, so maybe I'll do Tottenham away, which I have also done the away day of. You know what, yeah, Tottenham, Chelsea and Tottenham, that's the plan. Also, 3 players called up to AFCON and Goma, not going to be around. A little bit sad about that. Also, NDIA away on international duty. That's a little bit annoying, but to be honest, I don't think he's in our best starting 11. Lee Min is just that good at left back. Anyway, we are going to get into this second game. Chelsea in 9th, we're in 4th. This is a game that if we want to be getting Champions League football, we probably need to win even away from home. In terms of our team, we are at absolute full strength for this game, which feels amazing to say. I think it's the first time in a live commentary where our best 11 is on full display. Gonna hope that, well, given our recent form's gone, we can get another win here. I feel like the game against Fiorentina was a good result, but to be honest, with how the European games have been going, it's kind of apparent there's a big gap between ourselves and the vast majority of the teams in the group stage. I expect a more thorough test here, but let's hope we can pass such test. There is a mad scramble early on here at the edge of the box from this initial free kick. Bolton floats it in Ospina. I thought for a moment might be able to get his noggin on it, and now suddenly Chelsea, with so many players surging forward on the counter-attack. Harrison for them lays it forward to Makoko. Players queuing up in the middle. And Alfie Devine, the former Tottenham man, has made it 1-0. I saw how that highlight began and I thought we were going to be the team to score, but Chelsea, incisive on the counter-attack. A brutal breakaway scored in front of the fuming away fans. 15 minutes into this game, we've not had a shot yet. You know what time it is. It's time to get shouty. We need to get angry. We need to get mean. We've got a set piece here. Ospina, you machine! Sneddon heads wide. Also, Sneddon has a knock. I'll be real with you, Sneddon on a knock really isn't what I want to see, but if I was going to bring on a centre-back, it'd have to be either NDIA or Ashley Phillips. I already mentioned the fact that Phillips has been really crap in Premier League games. I don't trust him enough to bring him on, so I think I'm just going to keep Sneddon on for now. With the Liverpool game being postponed and our next game being against Malmo, where I'll probably rotate the team again, given the fact they are currently bottom of the Europa League group. I think they're 35th out of 36 teams. It should afford Sneddon a bit of time to recover, should he have a little bit of a knock here. Hopefully he's going to be able to see out this game. As with 10 minutes left of the first half, we have possession. Bolton back to the man of the moment. I say the man of the moment. It's not really his moment right now. He's in absolute agony. We'll give him some painkillers at half-time. He'll be fine. He's going to lay it back to Haddad in goal as the keeper steps up and looks to go long. Rojas is underneath it. Colwell wins the header, but we do get the ball back immediately. Chelsea with plenty of players behind the ball. Makoko winning the ball back for them well there. They've caught us on the break once, so they're going to try and do it again here. Hickey inside Elliott. Pass read by Lee Min. That was a big interception, and now we look to hit them on the break. Lee Min, he started this attack. Could he finish it? No. And to be honest, I'm a bit annoyed he shot from there. 5 minutes left of this half. We started off slow. We got shouty. We have started to create more in this game. But sadly, unless there's going to be some late drama here to end the half, which there's not going to be, We are going to find ourselves a goal down at the break. Chelsea scored that goal. The XG for that one shot, by the way, was 0.85. Yet they probably should have, and in fact, of course, they did score that. Beyond that one chance, they've not created anything. That's not to say we've been good in this game, just to be absolutely clear. There's some players that are furious. We are going to try and channel that anger into something positive. I'm going to try and get the players worked up for this second half. Fawns is on a booking. That's a little bit scary, and I think I'm just going to play it safe here and bring in João Victor. I'm also going to take off Misiak, I think, and bring in Pietro here. Not been a good game for the young Belgium centre-attacking mid. Of course, he is only 18 years old. I think it's easy to forget with some of our players just how young they are. I feel like there's plenty of players like Misiak who are only going to grow better with time. They're going to age like fine wines, I hope. I think wine ages well with age. Not really a wine drinker, so I can't comment, but most alcohols do. I mean, the phrase is ages like fine wine, so yeah, I'm going to assume it does age well. Anyway, there's 10 minutes left of this game and I'm talking about wine. I should be on the wine, really, shouldn't I? Especially if they score out of a corner. We just don't defend corners. We just don't defend them. We've been on a really good run of form lately, but this game we knew was going to be a test. Having lost to Arsenal already this year, having lost to Man City this year, I expected a test in this one, and yeah, well, it's just not going to plan. Chelsea have been all over us in this game, and before I can even react to make changes, they're through again. Makoko scored. It's 3-0. I mean, that's just game over, isn't it? It's not even worth making subs with 6 minutes left now. To be fair, when you look at the fitness levels of the players, I probably should have taken off some players. I have just noticed that Bolton has also now picked up an injury, so we are a bit kind of walking wounded in this game, to be fair. Ospina and Roger Rojas in danger of being bucked, in danger of losing their heads. I'm losing mine. We're being embarrassed here. But, I mean, there's 4 minutes left. We get one goal back. You know, you start to believe. Never mind, the keeper saved it. Now, you know what? We missed one corner. Doesn't mean we're going to miss two, though. We can still score. We can bounce back. There's still time. We've got to believe. Mosquera back to Oreco. This man has 18 crossing, and that's what you get out of it in the match engine. Would it be deluded of me to say that we are just unlucky in this game? Like, don't get me wrong. They've taken the chances that have come their way, but I don't feel like we've been bad in this game, per se, because they've scored a corner. They scored on the counter-attack. Their second goal was good, to be fair, or rather their third goal was good, to be fair. Can we at least stop them getting a clean sheet? It doesn't feel like that's going to happen. Their keeper's made another save. 5 minutes of added time at the end of this game is going to come and go. That is one of the more embarrassing results we're probably going to endure all year. And to think I was all happy about how we'd rested up our players. This is the kind of result where normally, you know, I finish recording an episode, have a result like this, and I think, you know what, I'm going to save the game, I'm going to close the game, I'll come back and continue later. I can't do that because we've got a game to do, and that game is a little way away. Malmo in 17 days is a age away, it feels like. The game that we're coming back for, even further away. We've got Tottenham Hotspur away at the end of the month to do. I mean, they're currently in, 7th place? We're currently in 5th. Based on what we've just seen in that last game, not optimistic for this next one. I'm going to play some Football Manager. Don't go anywhere. Okay, a month of Football Manager later, I was already annoyed still about that Chelsea result. I'm even more annoyed to find out that Luis Enrique has been sacked as Chelsea manager 2 games after we just lost to them 3-0. Yeah, that result really, really looks bad now in retrospect. In the one game we did have to play in the Europa League, we beat Malmo 3-1. Very standard result, this one. Just a shame we couldn't keep a clean sheet, conceding in the 89th minute. Pietro getting man of the match. This guy has 4 assists in the Europa League. It's kind of becoming his little competition. I was going to say to flex his legs and improve, but actually, based on recent developments, he's just flexing his legs. It's not really improving. Anyway, we are playing on a Sunday today. It means everyone else, for the most part, has already played. And if we have a look at the updated league table, we are now in 10th place. A win here, though, we go up to 4th. It's insane how tight the league is. Worth noting, we have only played 10 games, so games in hand potentially a factor as well. Yeah, I mean, we are, 4 points ahead of West Brom in 15th, or if you want to go further, we're 5 points ahead of Nottingham Forest in 17th, and yet we're 3 points behind, 4th place. In fact, the better way of describing all of this is from 17th to 4th, after 12 games, is separated by 7 points. A lot's going to change between now and the end of the season. One thing I'm hoping is going to change today, though, is our vein of form in the league. After that embarrassing defeat, we need to step things up. Sadly, of course, we've got some players on international duty. On top of that, Riviere has an injury, so he is not available for today's game. And elsewhere, another player coming back from injury is Misiak. Now, you can see here, passed the fitness test, recommended for 45 minutes. His condition is just so low, I don't even really want to risk him in this kind of game. I feel like the players that we have are capable of getting a result. Obviously, there's going to be big pressure on Gomez to slot in as kind of the deep-lying playmaker replacement. And the other man who I think is going to have a bit of pressure on him is Pietro. He is going to be playing as the Misiak replacement. Need him to convert some of his assists and creativity in the Europa League, and to be fair, in the Premier League, into this game today. I have noticed there's been a few weird scheduling things. I think they're probably to do with the custom database we're using. And on top of that, we have got quite a young international squad of players from just every corner of the world. So there are some players going to senior national teams, some going to youth national teams, and I think just due to travel times and all the different competitions going on, such as AFCON, which is where some of our players are at the moment, they're just on planes all the time going to different places. So the matches have been shuffled around. I imagine having all the Europa League games probably isn't helping things, but you know what? We got a little bit of a rest ahead of this game here. We have no excuses about being fatigued or tired. We had a rotated team play against Malmo. We should be able to do the business here to take on a Tottenham team who are a good team, and away from home, I'm expecting a battle. Much like the Chelsea game, though, these are the games where if we want to get into the Champions League and, well, for certain the Europa League via a league finish, we have to be able to grind something out here. A win would be ideal, but even a draw would be far from disastrous given how close the league is. What we don't want to see is ourselves getting carved open like that, Haddad, with a massive save early on. I say early on, it's the 20th minute. You know, a slow burner, this game. Not one of those games with a goal inside the first 5 minutes, and, well, there isn't a goal coming any sooner with headers like that. Gomez with the free kick, trick play, Rojas shoots. Oh my word, that's cheeky, isn't it? That's just a very funny goal and fun goal to watch go in. Wow. I wish I had more control of Football Manager set pieces. Obviously, the new routine editors come in. I wish I could set up stuff like this. Not that it would go this well that often. That finish by Rojas, finessed into the far corner. That was beautiful. Only 5 minutes left of this first half. We look pretty good so far. Tottenham not creating a great deal. To be fair, it's not been an emphatic attacking display from us yet. But we do have the ball here. Maybe we can make something happen right now. Right on cue. It'd be lovely to make it happen. Sneddon, the former Arsenal man, helping hopefully paint Tottenham and North London rugby red. As well, Lotka for them keeps Tottenham within a goal. That is a massive, massive save. We do still have the corner. Ospina, all eyes on you, my friend. No pressure. Do it for me. Whip back post. Sneddon bigged him up in the last highlight. Thought he was going to score there. No, sadly not. Keeper makes another stop for them. Yeah, their goalkeeper. I feel like he's having a good game so far. From our point of view, though, this has been a very solid game. We are ahead, 1 goal to the good. We've only had 33% of the ball. Tottenham having a lot of possession, but truthfully, they're just not having it anywhere near our goal. They're just knocking it around the back. I've told the players that I'm not happy. Rojas is upset and confused. I feel like this has happened before. He's now just confused. I'm definitely getting deja vu here. This happens all the time with Roger. Roger Rojas is just in a perpetual state of confusion. That is what he is all about. Have noticed Tottenham have got a few players on bookings. To be fair, we're not that much better with Sneddon on a yellow card, but we're definitely causing them some issues. We've now played an hour in this game without anything materialising. I'm going to make some changes here. Pietro's not been superb. Kurland on you come. Elsewhere, Ospina's been poor. Areco, just an ideal player to be able to sub on in games like this. Elsewhere, might live to regret this, Ashley Phillips on for Sneddon. Phillips has not been good in the Premier League. He's not come on off the bench in many games for us at centre-back. I think he's maybe had 1 sub-appearance before this point. I really just need us to be sensible here. Having made those few changes, I've now noticed a flurry of new players have picked up yellow cards. It's a feisty affair here in North London with 14 minutes left. What is that? What is that? No, not like this. Jones is through for them. Oh my word. Dad, I love you. I don't even know. I think it was Rodriguez at centre-back who took that free kick and just kicked it straight to them. Haddad has bailed us out. He might have to bail us out again as the corner's whipped in. We head it away. We're hanging on a little bit, it feels like, in this game. Although, if we catch them on the counter, it could be massive. Rojas from one end to the other, surely not. Sadly not. Blocked away, goes out for a corner to us. I'll tell you what, it's been end-to-end stuff, but right now we have to thank Haddad in goal. He's on a 7.5 rating, the goalkeeper. I feel like he's made some pretty blooming big stops in this game as well. Not sure we can be certain we're going to get a clean sheet in this game with 13 minutes left. I feel like if we could get another goal, that would be quite nice. Areco, if you want to make it happen, that would be lovely. Whipped in, Phillips was under it. For a second, I thought the subs were going to link up instead. We might have some defensive action to do here. If I'm not mistaken, Ashley Phillips is actually contracted to Tottenham in real life, so he's playing against his former club. And Van der Ven for them, on a booking in the wide area, just trying to make something happen for Tottenham. He's going to try and get down the line. Jones thought for a moment he was going to be dispossessed, but he couldn't put in a tackle. Tottenham retaining the ball. Okaj, they've got players over. Mohamed through for them. Haddad, though, gets out, picks up the ball. It's the power of the green headband. The headband is the source of Haddad's powers in this game here. He lumps the ball forward. Faye's under it. He's never going to win the ball in the air, Faye, but he'll win the ball on the floor. And now I'm looking at Areco. You're quick, son. You can score these, son. Oh, my word, he actually has. It's his 9th goal of the year. Kurland with the assist. The subs might have just guaranteed us the win. We are starting to enter territory where I feel like Roger Ospina might have to be put on the bench. And Areco might have to start being our starting striker. The man knows how to finish. He knows how to put the biscuit in the barrel. Is biscuit in the barrel? Is that an expression? Biscuit? I need to check this. I've definitely heard the phrase biscuit in the barrel. I've had a Google. I think I've just made up a phrase. Biscuit in the barrel. Can we make biscuit in a barrel a thing, please? Anyway, while I'm rambling away, just talking absolute nonsense, we are actually on the attack here. Gomez has Lee Min ahead of him. Instead, just gives it straight to the Tottenham player, because why not? Thorns, though, gets it back off Gruder, a legend of last year's save game, Gruder, when we were in Germany. Faye now forward, Rojas scores. He's behind the player who crossed it in. He's onside. We lost 3-0 in the last game. We're going to make it up here. Thorns winning the ball from deep, lays it wide to Faye. He turns his man, turns on the afterburners, the number 9, and a really intelligent pass across for Roger Rojas. Not going to have an easier goal to score all season. I mean, at this point, I just want a 4th goal, please, Football Manager. We might even be able to get it. Kurland's over it. Gomez. I feel like 3-0 flatters us. 4-0, if we get it, would be even more of flattering. It's not been a 3-0 kind of game. We've taken the chances that came our way. To be honest, as Tottenham have committed more men forward, it's opened up the game and we've created more. But I feel like we have Haddad to think today. He made some very big saves, one at 0-0, one at 1-0 as well, really just to keep us ahead in the game. He's been sensational, and having seen his saves, we've now gone up the other end and just created a ton. We could create something here. Lee Min, another former Tottenham man. I've realised we've got so many former kind of other Premier League club players within our teams. There's all these narratives going on. It's easy to lose track of them all, as it's easy to lose track of the runners of Tottenham here. They've got so many players forward. It was a weird pass that they have managed to pick up. Van der Ven skips past his man, lays it inside Escobar, fluffs his lines and hits it over. Well, there's been 8 minutes of added time here, just as I thought the game was going to be over. Nah, we get one more highlight, potentially. 30 seconds left. Can we get the ball forward once more? Rojas has a knock. That scares me. Not as much, though, as the Tottenham defence should be scared of Sam Faye and his ability to kick it at a defender's shins and put it in. It's 4-0. We won't watch the replay of that one. It was not the best goal in the world. I mean, if you want to take the aggregate score of today's 2 league games, we've won 4-3, but that's not how it works. Yeah, we've got 3 points. It's fine. With that result there, as I mentioned earlier, we had a chance to climb back into 4th. We have managed to do that. We do also have a game in hand, but it has to be said, it's actually insane how close the middle of the pack here in the Premier League is. With that result, we have managed to jump over Tottenham as well. The significance of this result and the scoreline can't really be understated. Rojas is going to be out for 5 days. That is not too disastrous, I feel like, in the grand scheme of things. Sam Faye, by the way, man of the match. The bloke ran 14 kilometres in that game. He loves to run. Now, looking ahead to our upcoming games, we do have Karabag to play in the Europa League. I kind of want to do the away day against Karabag, but they are also 36th. If I do the game against Karabag, I don't know what other game we'd do. We'd probably do a bit of a time jump. I feel like I said this last episode and then changed the plans. Is it even worth planning for anything here? You know what? Come back tomorrow. There will be some Football Manager being played. Hope that sounds fine. I feel like slowly but surely we are getting our season back on track after a difficult start to things. We're definitely making it to the playoff stage of the Europa League, but top 8 is still not guaranteed. We're now in the quarterfinals as well of the Carabao Cup, where we've got Nottingham Forest to take on. We did draw against them in the Premier League, and in fact, we also have Nottingham Forest to play in the FA Cup. So, yeah, Nottingham Forest, just a surprise rival club for us at the moment. They're annoying because we didn't beat them in the league earlier this year. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the triple header today. It was a bit spontaneous and a bit kind of off the cuff as plans change, but that is the nature of football. I feel like we dealt with it well, and hopefully when I come back next time, we're going to be continuing to fly high. I'll see you guys for more action tomorrow to end the week. End the week? Is it Friday tomorrow? Yeah, it is Friday tomorrow. I don't know why I'm hesitating there. I'll see you guys for that one next time. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.